Welcome to the COMC High School Football Coaches Show, brought to you by the wonderful folks at Central Ozarks Medical Center, Hy-Vee in Osage Beach and Jefferson City, New Spring Wellness Center, Polylift Boat Lifts, and the great folks at Smokin' Jones and Jones Outpost. And welcome to the Lake Area High School Football Coaches Show. We've come inside this week. We're in the Camdenton Lakers locker room because weather's a little bad out there, with the man, the myth, and the legend, Jeff Shore, with us. Coach, we see you've shaved the beard this week, huh?
Needed to. A little fresh start after last Friday. So
there you go.
Yeah, a little fresh start and a little renewed season here as we go.
Well, you're looking good there, all fresh baby-faced and everything. So you had Lebanon Friday night. Looked like kind of two halves, two games. You won the first half. They came out, got the second half, and they end up getting it done.
Yeah, played a really good first half. Defense especially, I thought, played maybe our best effort game, of the year. Really proud of those guys. Came out and did a really nice job, executed a great game plan, and just played really hard. Had a few penalties hurt us in the first half on the offensive end. Had a couple more opportunities, but had a 7-6 halftime lead, and I felt pretty good about it. And it was a good first half, and just kind of the script flipped in the second half. They did a nice job on offense and wore us down a little bit, and we offensively didn't produce enough first downs to get our defense off the field. So like I said, good ball game, disappointing finish, but really see a lot of good things.
So the two losses this year for the Lakers have come against two of the best teams in the state,
sure.
West Plains and Lebanon last week. And, there's nothing to hang your head about with tough losses like that.
No, absolutely. And our kids, they just need to learn to bounce back, and they're going to. You just got to handle adversity, and we'll come back strong. First, the thing I told them after the game is just hang together, stick together. There's a lot of great things that happen in the ball game, and here we go, because we got some really big games coming up. We got Glendale this week, and then Rolla, all district opponents. So you're going to play your district, then you're going to play your district again,
right,
basically.
Yeah.
So it all counts for seeds and everything else. So now we're working for that second seed to get a couple more home games, and so a lot of season left. So we got to shake that one off and get ready to play.
Absolutely. And you mentioned after the West Plains game, we're a younger kind of a team. We're learning as we go. We learned a lot of things in that game. Can you say the same thing about Friday?
Absolutely. I think there's a lot of things to be learned. I thought we played, like I said, a good ball game. Just some mistakes here or there, some penalties we need to clean up, a few different things on both ends of the football. But I was super encouraged with our defense. Really probably the best game they played all year long, and they've played some good games.
Yeah.
We have some other things that we can do to help them out a little bit and keep them off the field. And so we're going to, get those worked on this week, and hopefully, one more time, get it a little more put together and go out and do it again.
Who stuck out to you Friday night? Who you want to give kudos to?
Our whole defense, the defensive line played really well. Dakota, Davis, Starkey, Gunner, Morse really came off the ball good, and we had some real good, I guess you'd say, package in there where we're blitzing and things like that. And Cale Bentley played really well. Adrian Klein. Jaden Parkman played a super ball game there, and Cam Durnan played on both sides of the ball. Probably had his best defensive game. He's been doing a lot for us on offense, but had a really good defensive game as well.
Yeah.
So, I've left out some guys there, I know, but throughout the ball game, I thought the defense played really hard, great effort.
You mentioned big game again this week. And it's big for several reasons, just because you want to win, but also because we're looking ahead to districts now. Yeah. So we'll talk about that right after this. What is COMC? A health center where everyone has access to high-quality, affordable medical, dental, and behavioral health care, regardless of insurance or ability to pay. Offering primary care, preventative, chronic, pediatrics, and OBGYN. COMC even offers comprehensive dental and same-day emergency care. A health center that focuses on every aspect of your health. Everything your family needs to stay healthy. At COMC, your health is our mission.
Your time on the water is limited, and Hy-Vee and Osage Beach knows it. Let us do the shopping so you can maximize your lake time. With our Isles online app, you can have your groceries delivered or ready for contactless pickup when you arrive to the lake. With all your grilling favorites, snacks, fresh produce, and home to the lake's largest wine, spirits, and beer department, your weekend at the lake starts with Hy-Vee and Osage Beach, where you'll find a helpful smile in every aisle.
Polylift Boat Lifts. You've got your home at the lake and you've found the perfect boat. Now, to just make sure the boat bottom stays clean and up out of the water. Polylift Boat Lifts. We've been the lake's choice for reliable boat lifts for over 40 years, and we offer a lifetime warranty on our tanks. We don't just build boat lifts, we build poly lifts.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build poly lifts.
Have you heard of vitamin IV drips at New Spring Wellness Center in Osage Beach? IV is a very efficient way to deliver all that goodness from vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, all in a hydrating fluid. Our IV drips can increase your energy level, your wellness, and help you feel great. We can accommodate groups in the comfort of our center in Osage Beach. However, we are excited to let you know that New Spring Wellness Center is also going mobile. Now you can save time and feel better by getting an IV vitamin boost at your event, like bachelor parties, weddings, golf outings, or even a company gathering. Call New Spring Wellness Center, and with a little pre-planning, we will come to you and boost your health.
And welcome back. We're here at Camdenton, home of the Lakers, in the locker room with Coach Jeff Shore. So just 2 games left in the regular season. That's kind of hard to believe. It seems like we just started.
It does. It does fly by. It makes the school year fly by. You know, by the time hopefully you play all the way up to Thanksgiving, and then you got Christmas break, and then then you're around the corner. So that's the goal, to play that long. So it does make it fly by for sure.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've got Glendale this week, and this is an interesting ball game because you and Glendale have kind of been running neck and neck in the district all year long. They've only got 1 loss, but they've played 1 less game than you guys. So they're actually in front of you in the district standings for some crazy reason. But I guess we'll settle it on the field Friday night.
Yeah, it all goes to head-to-head anyway at this point in time. So I'm not too worried about the points. The districts are divided with points, but really that doesn't come into play for us right now because our 2 opponents that are seated below us are really head-to-head type opponents. So if we can get a win on Friday, then that will just about assure us the 2nd seed, which gives us 2 more home games, and then hopefully into the district championship game. Okay,
so what is this Glendale team? And they're pretty good. What do they like to do?
They're kind of a mirror image of us as far as offense. So the game could get over about midnight.
Wow.
So
could have 100 points.
Yeah.
Wow.
They throw the ball every down. We're very similar offenses. Our offense is very much patterned after theirs, I would say, and so it should be a shootout, I guess you'd say. They play good defense. Once again, they haven't faced a team like us, and we haven't faced a team like them. So your conventional defense is kind of thrown out the window, and you have to adjust to the style of game that we both play. So we practice against ourselves a lot, so we should be prepared, and I would think they would be prepared too. So it makes for an interesting matchup.
Yeah, I was just going to say you practice against that, all week long. So I guess you won't be too shocked at what they bring at you, and same thing the other side.
Yeah, they're very experienced at practicing against themselves as we are. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, so they average 37.5 points on offense. They put up big points, and so that'll be a nice challenge for your defense. They've given up 17 points a game on defense, so not too bad on defense either.
No, they're a good ball club. Like I said, they're 5-1, and got beat by Lebanon on a last-second field goal. So. They are, absolutely a good football team.
Yeah, absolutely. That is going to be fun. Okay, so the next 2 games, as we talked about earlier, are kind of previews of district playoff games. Glendale 5-1, Rolla 4-3. Both those teams, well, obviously Glendale's a good team, but then you got Central at 3-4, Branson 3-4, Waynesville 2-5. It's a pretty tough district we got here.
It is. I think if we end up, like I said, the 2nd seed, we'll end up playing probably Waynesville again, is my guess. So you're just going to play all the same opponents again. So it's just a second round of the first round, see what you can do.
Absolutely. And you like the way this team has grown throughout the year, even from losses, right?
Oh, 100%. We bounced back real well after our first loss against West Plains. I expect us to do the same thing after this, this past game. So our kids, they're excited about playing some more football, so we're going to get to practicing.
Might be a little ugly, spitty, wet, cold on Friday night for the first time this year. But you guys both play the same kind of offenses, so it probably won't hurt one team more than the other.
I would rather it be nice, but I think it's to our advantage, actually. I think we have a little more run system, in our DNA.
Yeah.
We definitely have that in our package and plan to use it a little bit more.
Okay. So, fun question for you here.
Okay.
Who do you think is the best college football coach of all time?
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Bringing out the big guns here for you.
I like Dabo Swinney from Clemson.
Yeah.
I like a lot of his, if you read any history on him, where he came from, those kind of things. He's an interesting story. Obviously that guy from Alabama, is a pretty good coach
Nick
too.
Saban?
Yeah,
pretty good.
And but I think Sweeney's probably my favorite one, that I've paid any attention to as far as I go. I like his demeanor. I like the things he stands for, and I think he's really built it, from scratch. So I think that would be my guy.
Yeah, he is. And I think he played for Bear Bryant at Alabama, didn't he, when he was actually playing?
He played at Alabama, but I don't remember if Bear Bryant was coach or not. Maybe he was. Yeah, that's been a while.
So, and that brings up an interesting question, too, when we talk about the greatest of all time. We tend to think of who's coaching now. It's hard to not say Nick Saban because he's won so many championships. Dabo Swinney has beaten Nick Saban. But, that previous generation, guys like Paul Bear Bryant.
Sure.
It's so different. They play football so different now than they used to. It's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, you're a lot older than me, so you probably remember those guys a lot more.
Now
than
that he's cut his beard and we can't see his gray hair, right?
Yeah. I'm just kidding you. I'm more, like I said, in tune with the right now than before. Although I did follow college football, probably not as closely though when I was younger as I did high school or even pros for that matter.
Yeah. Now, as far as pros, who would you say is the best pro coach of all time?
Well, the hard part is I'm an odd combination. I love the Raiders growing up, but I'm a Chiefs fan too, so that's a weird deal.
Boy, I guess.
I like to watch the Raiders of old, and Flores was the coach in there, or Madden,
Madden,
so
yeah.
I enjoyed that. That's when I was growing up, and I like the Chiefs coach. So, it's been I don't know, a little both there, I guess.
There you go. Okay, well, there you go. The man, the myth, the legend, Jeff Shore. We're going to move across town, talk with Osage Indians coach Shannon Jolly right after this.
At New Spring Wellness Center in Osage Beach, IV is a very efficient way to deliver all that goodness from vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, all in a hydrating fluid. Our IV drips can increase your energy level, your wellness, and help you feel great. We can accommodate groups in the comfort of our center in Osage Beach. However, we are excited to let you know that New Spring Wellness Center is also going mobile. Now you can save time and feel better by getting an IV vitamin boost at your event, like bachelor parties, weddings, golf outings, or even a company gathering. Call New Spring Wellness Center, and with a little pre-planning, we will come to you and boost your health.
What is COMC? A health center where everyone has access to high-quality, affordable medical, dental, and behavioral health care, regardless of insurance or ability to pay. Offering primary care, preventative, chronic, pediatrics, and OBGYN. COMC even offers comprehensive dental and same-day emergency care. A health center that focuses on every aspect of your health. Everything your family needs to stay healthy. At COMC, your health is our mission.
Your time on the water is limited, and Hy-Vee and Osage Beach knows it. Let us do the shopping so you can maximize your lake time. With our Isles online app, you can have your groceries delivered or ready for contactless pickup when you arrive to the lake. With all your grilling favorites, snacks, fresh produce, and home to the lake's largest wine, spirits, and beer department, your weekend at the lake starts with Hy-Vee and Osage Beach, where you'll find a helpful smile in every aisle.
Polylift Boat Lifts. You've got your home at the lake and you found the perfect boat. Now, to just make sure the boat bottom stays clean and up out of the water. Polylift Boat Lifts. We've been the lake's choice for reliable boat lifts for over 40 years, and we offer a lifetime warranty on our tanks. We don't just build boat lifts, we build poly lifts.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build poly lifts.
And we're over here at the School of the Osage. We had to come inside this week because it's a little bit nasty out there. We've got the head coach, the big guy here at School of the Osage, home of the Indians, Shannon Jolly with us. And Coach, with the weather being like it is, Friday night it's supposed to cool down. Do you prefer any certain weather conditions for your games? You like it hot or cold or anything like that?
We prefer conditions that we win in. And
there
so,
you go.
We've played in all different conditions. We tell our kids in the summer, you go through this heat in July so you can play when it's really cold. Yeah. And so it's just part of the game, and I don't think we look at it either way. I am struggling a little bit because I'm not sure I brought my pants today, so I'm thinking about that. But it doesn't matter to us at this point.
Okay, so we had a tough one last week. Southern Boone come up short. You fell behind big early. It looked like you put together a pretty nice comeback, but just had too big of a hole.
Yeah, they really outplayed us. I mean, we could talk a lot about a lot of different things. We didn't execute in some ways, but Coach Tracy had those guys ready to come. They came out and set the tone. With the intensity and just to be honest, which is disappointing for me to admit, but we just didn't match their intensity. I think we had some opportunities in the game, but execution was not at a high. I was talking to somebody today about, execution of some positions were really good and others were below average, and we just have failed to put together a complete 4 quarters of a team that's executing and again, matching the intensity of our opponent.
That's kind of one of the challenges of being a coach is you kind of have to be a maestro to get all of those things working together at the same time. I mean, you might have parts of the offense working and the defense is not, or vice versa, and you kind of have to have it all working if you're going to be strong week in and week out.
Yeah, and I think people have bought into the stuff you see on TV and like the halftime speeches and the pregame, and it's just really not about that. It's about getting things to coordinate, or coordinating things is done throughout the week. And if you have good product during the week, then most of the time those will align at least somewhat on a Friday night. And for us, we haven't had that consistent performance throughout the week. And we had a good week last week of practice. It just obviously wasn't good enough. And when you look back on it, I can still see some of the things that we're doing and see some of the reason, during the week that just haven't been allowed us to put it together.
Yeah, absolutely. You still kind of, I would guess, have to be proud of the guys. I mean, no quit, no give up. You outscore Southern Boone in the second half. So they were showing some good heart there.
Yeah, and we talk about that each week. I mean, I'm proud of our kids, period. We've done some good things. I watched the post-game interview for Dan Campbell, who coaches the Detroit Lions, and the emotion that guy had in the NFL, like about his dudes. And, it's just a similar feeling. Like, I want our kids to win, and I want our kids to put 4 quarters together. But more importantly, I want them to put the right 4 quarters together. I'll take loss after loss if at the end of the day we consistently put together a product that's winning the right way. And I've experienced that in the past in other places. So, my patient level is very low in everything else in my life, but I think we've put together a nice model here and our kids are developing. So I'm proud of them, period. And I'm proud of them showing up each day. You take a 2-5 team on a 5-game losing streak, go any other school and look around and see what the morale's like. And I think our kids have handled it like champions right now. So that's the thing I'm most proud of.
Absolutely. And you've built up other programs before at other places. Sometimes it takes a little while. Sometimes you have to build on the little things to put it together. Are you seeing some of that growth that you want to see?
Yeah, we are. And to make sure it's clear, we talk about, I've been places where we've built some pretty awesome things, but those places were, those assistant coaches and the people that were there, there's so many different people that fall into place. So putting pieces together on the field are important, but putting things together off the field are equal as important. In those places that I've been and we've had success, there's so many crucial people and that have helped out, whether it be medical staff, whether it be administrators, whether it be community members. So it's humbling to talk about building things where you've been, but at no make sure you know that there's so many other things that go into it, so many people. So, and that's something outside of football or off the field that we continue to put together too, is that support group around our football team.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a big one this week with Versailles, another nice rivalry, and we'll talk more about that with Coach Jolly right after this. What is COMC? A health center where everyone has access to high-quality, affordable medical, dental, and behavioral health care, regardless of insurance or ability to pay. Offering primary care, preventative, chronic, pediatrics, and OBGYN. COMC even offers comprehensive dental and same-day emergency care. A health center that focuses on every aspect of your health. Everything your family needs to stay healthy. At COMC, your health is our mission.
Have you heard of vitamin IV drips at New Spring Wellness Center in Osage Beach? IV is a very efficient way to deliver all that goodness from vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, all in a hydrating fluid. Our IV drips can increase your energy level, your wellness, and help you feel great. We can accommodate groups in the comfort of our center in Osage Beach. However, we are excited to let you know that New Spring Wellness Center is also going mobile. Now you can save time and feel better by getting an IV vitamin boost at your event, like bachelor parties, weddings, golf outings, or even a company gathering. Call New Spring Wellness Center, and with a little pre-planning, we will come to you and boost your health.
Polylift boat lifts. You've got your home at the lake and you found the perfect boat. Now to just make sure the boat bottom stays clean and up out of the water. Polylift boat lifts. We've been the lake's choice for reliable boat lifts for over 40 years, and we offer a lifetime warranty on our tanks. We don't just build boat lifts, we build poly lifts.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build poly lifts.
Your time on the water is limited, and Hy-Vee in Osage Beach knows it. Let us do the shopping so you can maximize your lake time. With our Aisles online app, you can have your groceries delivered or ready for contactless pickup when you arrive to the lake. With all your grilling favorites, snacks, fresh produce, and home to the lake's largest wine, spirits, and beer department, your weekend at the lake starts with Hy-Vee in Osage Beach, where you'll find a helpful smile in every aisle.
And welcome back to the Lake Area High School Football Coaches Show. We're here at the School of the Osage. The Indians with a big game this week. Coach Shannon Jolly with us, as he is every week. So you guys travel to Versailles this week, another great local rivalry in the conference. We've done a couple of Versailles games this year, and they are better than that 1-6 record. They're pretty dangerous.
No, it's a great football team. They've got a couple dynamic players in their quarterback and this young receiver they've got, but they played some teams close and put up a lot of points. So we're not at any stage to even look down or overlook anybody. So we understand what Versailles is doing, and I think Coach has done a good job over there in his first year, and much improved from where they were.
Yeah, actually, Coach Seitz over there, a former Mizzou quarterback, and then a lot of success coaching in Kansas before coming to Versailles. So you guys as coaches, I'm sure you kind of keep an eye on who's coaching where and where they come from and what they've done, and I'm guessing Coach Seitz comes with a lot of respect.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I know Coach had been trying to work back into this area in the past, and he found a great spot at Versailles, and obviously the kids have responded well. So, it's going to be a heck of a ball game. And as I mentioned before, out of respect to our kids and our coaches, we're just not in any place right now to be, taking anything away from anybody. We're so focused on what we're doing, but we're well aware of what they can do and the points that they can score.
Absolutely. So what do the Tigers like to do on offense that you want to try to slow down on defense?
Well, I mean, the quarterback has great presence about him. He stays in the pocket and looks downfield and keeps his eyes downfield to wait. Because in high school, it's hard to cover for a length of time. So, if you've got decent protection, if you can sit in there and be confident, there's opportunities in the passing game. But they've got a couple of receivers that stand out that I think are that he's got a nice chemistry with, that he'll get the ball to him. So, like I said, they've done a good job. And if you look at some of the games, they've scored a lot of points.
Yeah. And then one of those receivers, he's just a freshman. freshman. Yeah, he's going to be around for a few years.
Yeah, unfortunately, he is. So, and you know that when you see those kids when they graduate, you feel like they've been there for 10 years.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be one of those guys.
I'm guessing so. How about on offense? What would you like to do on offense?
Well, we continue to work on eliminating mistakes, and it sounds like a broken record in week 7. And trust me, I wished I wouldn't have to say that. We had a couple procedure penalties at uncostly times Friday. Had a couple of mental errors on execution and stuff. So that's the key thing is to make sure that we continue to stay focused on executing and having discipline.
Yeah, we got to spend some time outside of football with you last week. You invited us to your Next Man Up program, a program you've put together to try to help young men in the community. And you had, I think, Jason Whittle, former NFL player, speaking. That was so impressive. It was quite the program. You've got to be pretty proud with the way that thing is coming together.
Yeah, I think the vision of it was pretty simple, just to get guys together to fellowship a little bit, and it's turned into just a really nice thing. And we were glad you guys were there. And Jason does an amazing job, and our guest, Deb Kessler, was here and spoke about some of her experiences with domestic violence and just helping our kids get a different angle on what we expect them to do. And I believe the investment in those things are foundational, and I think those foundational investments are going to pay big dividends for us. And going back to what I said is not just winning, but winning the right way and with the right kids. And saying that I'm proud of that program is an understatement. It's been one of the bright spots of my year so far.
Absolutely. And Lake TV, we plan on doing a feature on that, a nonprofit of the month here in coming months, so be watching for that. But you guys do this dinner every month, the first Wednesday of every month, and have a speaker and everything to go along with that.
Yeah, and like I said, it's a supplemental thing. We've got 2 or 3 other activities that we've got going outside or off the field, if you will. I'm not a big committee person, and I'm not a big meeting guy, but trying to find ways that we can strategically get better by doing is important to me. And I think these types of things off the field are going to be significant, not only for our football team, but for our community and our school.
Absolutely. All right, Coach, well, we've got your game Friday night, Osage at Versailles. So if you're not sick of us yet, you might be after Friday night.
Well, hopefully I can talk to you after the game.
Hopefully so,
And
yeah.
if not, then I'm not sure we're going to invite you back, just to be honest with you.
We interview the game-winning coach after the game, so absolutely. All right, well, thank you for your time, Coach. Good luck Friday night. That is your Lake Area High School coaches football show for this week, brought to you by the great folks at COMC, Central Ozarks Medical Center, Hy-Vee Lake of the Ozarks and Jefferson City, New Spring Wellness Center, Polylift Boat Lifts, and Smokin' Jones and Jones Outpost.